So we're back to this video. If you didn't watch part one, you can watch part one. This is part two of why I'm afraid to post on my social media. Not only am I afraid to post on my social media because I feel like my freedom of speech is violated, because anytime I post my opinion or fact, you get torn down. We have been being warned for some quite some time. We've been warned that there is going to be some type of civil war or something going on U.S. territory land. If you haven't watched, what's that movie called? Leave the World Behind and Civil War, which Leave the World Behind was actually directed by one of the Obamas, and it was to be made to feel as apocalyptic as possible. Um, Knowing the information that they had being commander in chief. Which is okay. Like, you want to make a movie, make a good movie, whatever. But, like, if you watch this movie and you watch it over and over again, you'll see the mural in the back of the bed, like, actually progress into, like, an actual mural. It just starts off as a white wall, and as the movie progresses, it changes. But basically, in this movie, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no electricity, there's nothing like that. The power gets shut down. People from all over are claiming that these red notes were coming down from the sky in different languages saying "Death to America" in Arabic, Russian, all kinds of stuff. But it was actually to create a civil war on the land because nobody knows who's attacking who or who's attacking what. And then you have all these people on TikTok showing those books to sell, to buy in case your grid goes out, the herbal apothecary books, all these different things. Maybe it's a scare tactic. Maybe it's just a way to get sales driven up. But it is a possibility because the electrical grid systems haven't been updated in 50 to 75 years. And with states like California wanting to have all electric cars and all this stuff, and they couldn't do it because of the grid wouldn't be able to handle that much. And then with cities being destroyed like LA with fire. But if you haven't looked up Project LA 2028, they wanted to do a smart city, and they also want to do it in uh Phoenix, Arizona, and Miami. There's plans about it. So what happens? You know, you start a fire, you can build a city up. They just don't want to evacuate people because it's not. They don't want to go through that process. And insurance people are actually cutting off people's homeowners insurance, because in North Carolina, there's people who had over $90,000 worth of damage, and insurance companies were only cutting them $400 checks. A lot of them were homeless and didn't have places to sleep until this administration came in, and over 100 Amish people went and built 100 homes or so, whatever it was, and then they even bought apartment complexes and moved people into these apartment complexes, so they had shelter. But back to the movie, back to the power grid, back to all that. There was red notes falling from the sky. What happened when TikTok was going to be shut down? Everyone wanted to go to the app Red Note. Okay, there you go. It's not a conspiracy no more. It's happening. And I keep getting messages, 1144 from Daniel from the Bible. I've been getting it for over a year now. And it talks about someone rising from the north and the east and cause war and annihilating people. So I'm telling you, the country from the north and the country from the east is coming. And it's not going to be like bloodshed and tears. It's going to be a power grid shutdown, because the people who don't know how to function without technology won't be able to survive. And let me tell you what, if you are a person who has anybody that's on life support, or that needs oxygen machines, or that needs prescriptions, or that needs anything that requires electricity, you need to be more alert and more cautious of what you're saying and what you're doing, because you need to actually step up and start preparing. And just like me, I take blood pressure pills daily. I have to, because I'm working on myself to heal, so that way I don't need them. But if I need them, what am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to start cutting those pills in half or 3 or 4s in order, because who knows how long the grid will be shut down. But it will cause a lot of people to die because of no medicine, or if they have sleep apnea, or if they need oxygen tanks, or they need stuff like this. It's going to cause a lot of issues. Because either we bow down and allow countries to get what they want, or we don't allow countries to get what they want. Either way, we're still going to be a target. And when that solar eclipse happened last year, and it caused that X on the U.S., and it went through 9 cities named Nineveh, everyone said that's a target. We're a target. There's something prophetic happening here, because the star Jacob came out. There's something happening, but no one wanted to listen. So Now it's happening. It's happening. And let me tell you what, I do care about political, but at the same time, I don't, because my mission is to help heal people. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you did. I'm not going to judge people. I'm here to help people. I'm here to heal people. So when I live my life, I may be having fun at my career. I may be buying stuff, trying different food experiences, doing this, doing that. But I'm preparing the knowledge that I have right now through the divine source, through God, because if like things were to get bad, I know what teas to mix, what herbs to mix. I know what to do. I know how to solve like different problems and stuff like that, because, I'm going to need that information. And also, so make sure you know how to plant and irrigate and collect rainwater and build and do what you got to do, because we going back to old times, which honestly, they were the best times. But I'm gonna cut this right here as part two, because I gotta regroup my thought process. So watch part one, part two, and part three is coming. Bye, honey. Bye.